You ever see that scene in Scanners where that dude's head blew up?
I don't think I've seen Scanners.
Yeah, well, you've seen Wayne's World where that quote actually probably comes.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Yes. They reference Scanners. Yes, but anyway, we didn't start with a song. Like I had to reset my whole shit like a minute before we were going to go live. I was in there waiting for everybody, and I had to reset all my browsers. And there's something ridiculous with my browser where I have two-factor authentication on Facebook and Google and everything. So whenever I have to close my browser, I have to re-log in through my phone to everything. So I had to do that like a minute before we were supposed to go live. So it totally threw me off. Hi, everybody. Welcome to fucking Taproot Tuesday. Hi, Phil.
How you doing, Thom?
I'm good. How are you doing? What's up, Dr. Stan from Detroit? Oh,
I'm
shit.
good.
Here we go.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, where are they?
I don't know.
Where are those guys?
Company official. So welcome to Taproot Tuesday. So how's your week going, Phil? Everything good?
Yeah. Just work, kids, work, kids, work.
What's up, Jeremy Williams? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Donald?
Squeezing a little bit of sleep here and there.
Oh yeah, me too.
Hey.
What's up, Jen? Goddamn, everybody's.
All our people.
Hi, Layla. Holy shit, how are you? Yeah, Josh and Kevin are right there.
Yeah. Oh, there we are.
Josh and Kevin. Fine. everybody keeps asking for we can't even do our proper introduction. Like everybody's like, where's Josh and Kevin? And then your wife is chiming in. They're upstairs. I'm like, fine, let's just do it.
Yeah, she's
I'm trying to be dramatic and bring you guys in with style. Nope.
How are y'all?
We are good. How are you guys doing?
Very good.
Good. Awesome.
Similar. It's similar to you. Work, kids, work,
right.
Kids, work, kids, a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Work, kids, dogs.
Yeah.
Kids. Sleep is optional, I guess.
Yeah, we got cats over here. So where are you guys at?
We're in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, okay. Good old Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah, sweet home.
They're in the lonely position of neutral. That's where they are.
Is that Steve Hall down there? You guys know Steve Hall?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, real well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's brought us down there quite a bit.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Do it more so we can play together.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Is Steve still doing shows?
Oh yeah, man. We just hung out with him like 2 weeks ago. We did a rehearsal at a local club, and he hooked it all up, man. Steve's great. We've known him for 20 years. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, me and Alex keep talking about doing like a Taproot Trust Company show down there in Alabama somewhere around. I'm like, dude, I'd be totally. We haven't gone down that way yet. Like, it would be fun.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've been up you guys' way too.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a couple of
places. Get up here.
There's a couple places we could do it, man. Huntsville's blowing up. Huntsville has some cool venues. So there's a lot of cool places.
Yeah, Birmingham's got some stuff. Montgomery, where we are, not as much.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to do a little trip.
Yeah.
But
I said we played Montgomery.
Yeah.
Not much
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Off the Wagon. Did you play a place called Off the Wagon?
Of course.
Off the Wagon, yeah.
Yeah.
So Montgomery, Alabama is one of our first tours that we did in the van and trailer, like after our big, we did our mediocre, our medium rise, right?
Right.
And then the slow descent from like 2005 on. Around 2005, 2006, we went into a van and trailer after doing the bus thing for a while. And so, we, it's new to us. So we're trying to save money. And we were staying at kind of whatever the cheapest hotels are, right? Sometimes Motel 6, which is fine, right?
Sure.
But we went with a Knights Inn in Montgomery, Alabama, if I remember right.
That doesn't sound good, man.
Yeah, it was
Where's
not
that
good.
at? I don't know.
Or maybe it was Birmingham. I think I might be confusing it with Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Either way, the Knights Inn is not good.
Either way, not a good option.
And I know Phil is very discerning with his hotel selections.
And both shows, I think, were brought to us by Steve Hall. So,
yeah. Yeah, we did the same thing. Right around 2005, we went to a van trailer and started trying to get,
yeah, too.
And our guitar player James, he's really he'll be on there trying to find the best deal for a hotel. Just like, okay, guys, the problem is he'll get the cheapest hotel, but you have no idea where you're going to end up. We're just like, where are we?
Right.
Like, this one's free, but you might sleep on a heroin needle.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we learned there's a level that we're willing to stay, and there's a level we're not.
It's almost better to sleep in the van. It's almost better to sleep straight up in the van.
We've done that
some
too.
of the places. Oh yeah.
But it's so funny. Like at the time, it probably felt like a huge downgrade being back in a van and trailer. But you know what? I kind of feel like we prefer it now. Like we're in vans now. Like we could be in a bus. We don't want to. Like I don't know. I feel like
I like the mobility of it. You know what I mean?
I do too.
The bus gets there, stops, and doesn't move again until you're leaving. It's like you don't get to see much.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, I feel the same way. It was so crazy because I like to kind of get out.
Yeah,
you do these bus tours, and man, you are stuck wherever you are. You're just stuck there all day.
Yeah.
So I like the mobility too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out with these guys too, and I'm basically like kind of tour managing too, and running the VIPs and the merch and stuff. So it's cool. We're in a couple different vehicles. I can be running out, going to FedEx, doing shit, doing work, going to Walmart. Like we can all kind of do our thing, and it's so nice. Like you pull up in a bus and you're just fucking stuck there for the whole day and night. And,
yeah.
Using the restroom, man. Using the restroom is an act of leisure.
Yeah.
Please, sir, can you pull over?
Yeah.
Come on.
Bless you, Thom. He's in there.
Thank you.
He just goes out of frame, like choking to death. You're right, man.
Taproot Tuesday.
Yeah.
We've had some interesting restroom issues when we were on the bus because you can only do one thing on the bus.
Yeah.
So we got creative
number one only.
We used to call it trailblazing. I probably shouldn't get into that.
I've heard hot bagging.
That same thing, yeah.
Yeah. We weren't that kind of. We weren't those kinds of guys. We would pull over.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple of times it was just like we're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I probably shouldn't go down that.
No,
road.
I've had to hop back a couple times on the bus. It's pretty brutal, and you just tie it up and hope to God, like,
and then you just when they do stop, you run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've done that.
So it's great.
We almost got poisoned one time. Our bus driver mixed Clorox and ammonia to clean the toilet.
Oh my goodness.
I was in the back lounge, and I was thinking I was playing like some football game, and then all of a sudden I was like, my throat's really starting to burn, and my eyes are burning. Like, what's going on? And everyone started coughing at the same time and choking, and he like pulled over, and he's like, and Keith was like, our tour manager was like, I think he makes Clorox and ammonia, and it was like,
sorry, I just made mustard gas on the bus.
That's exactly, and it was like, oh, okay, it was for real. It was the craziest thing. I was like,
yeah, that shit'll get you.
Yeah,
never seen that or heard of that, and it just snuck up on you, man.
That's awesome. So it's so funny. So Layla's in here. So what people don't know, Phil probably doesn't know, is we all have some shared history too. Like in the mid times after Trust Company, you guys had another band called Amity Lane that I helped you guys out with for a little bit. That Layla was in, your wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was great. I tried like hell to get you guys to call it Trust Company, but you would not.
Right.
Because we were coming out of that, like, after the big machine, and like we were, just like the whole thing, like burned and frustrated and kind of like not having fun anymore.
And it was such a weird time too. I mean, again, it wasn't a great time for new metal. It was like I was kind of the one guy still carrying the torch and running with it. Like, fuck you. This is what I like. I'm gonna do it,
for sure, dude. Yeah. Yeah. We were just like, we just want to do something different for a minute, and catch our breath.
But that was awesome. I really liked that record, and we did well with it. I think we got some radio. You guys toured a bit,
we did. Yeah, it was fun.
It was actually fun, man.
I want to re-record some of the songs. I think the songs are strong.
The songs are great, man. They really were. I was, but I remember that was our biggest fight. Was I just kept trying to get you guys to just call it Trust Company. I'm like, look, it sounds like Trust Company. I mean, it's you guys writing the songs, but. No, but that was it. You guys wanted to do something different, and I'm glad we didn't then, because now you can. And didn't you guys do another Trust Company record some time ago at some point?
We did one. Our last record was in 2011. So but we came back and after the Amity Lane thing, and we toured, like we did the like all through 2007, 8, 9, 10. We just toured in a van and just throw and go. We didn't have a.
Oh yeah, it was totally.
We'd have like maybe one friend out with us every now and then to help us out, but for the most part, we were just throwing our amps up there and playing those, and just like the good old days. before all the craziness.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
But
fun.
that's what's funny. Like for once, me and you guys, I think, have more history than you guys in Taproot. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's kind of a funny little,
I was talking to Josh. I think we played one show.
Yeah, I would say we didn't cross paths too much as far as
No.
I remember.
No, we played it was a K-Rock like acoustic Christmas, a K-Rock Christmas thing.
The one in LA?
That one in LA, yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Well, was it wasn't
almost
Audio Slave was there?
It was. Yeah.
Zwan was
there. Yeah.
Yeah. What I remember about that show is like we played it, and then there was so many famous people at that show, like backstage.
Yeah, right.
And we walked back there, and there was like
Gwen Stefani was there.
Stefani was there.
Yeah.
We were like, I mean, you talk about like head spinning. It was
Yeah.
crazy, dude. It was really crazy.
Actually, yeah, me and Jared went, we kind of linked up. I think our dressing rooms were close, and we started talking, and we walked around for like an hour or so, just like, oh my God, that's so-and-so, or like, oh, look,
Right.
that's so-and-so. And we saw like Gene Simmons, and we saw like Gwen Stefani. We were just like geeking out on all these famous people. We were, it was so awesome.
Yeah.
That show was funny because I had the driver drive me. I was hungry. I wanted to leave. And he drove me to like In-N-Out Burger, and he drove me back. And when he drove me back, he said, I said, let me off at the artist entrance. I don't want to be let out where the red carpet is, because I'm not anybody. He goes, no, man, you're in the band. You're going to go off at the red carpet. I said, no, dude, there's paparazzi. They don't know who I am. And I had a gray hoodie on. I had had my hoodie on. I said, no, don't go up there. And he was trying to like champion me, but I was like, dude, no, this isn't cool. Like there's like 1,000 people with cameras. And so he said, no, he wouldn't let me off at the artist entrance. So he went up and he opened the door opened, and it's like red carpet. There's like 30 cameras aimed at me. I got my hood up, and I was like, well, we're doing this. So I remember walking through that red carpet, and like flashes are going off. And then they slowly stopped about halfway through the walk. And I looked back at I just looked back at one of the guys, and he looked down like at his camera, and he looked at his buddy. He's like, I have no idea who this is. It was the funniest moment of like my whole career. And
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, see, usually they announce you when you're on the red carpet. They go, Josh Moates from Trust Company.
There was no announcing, and the cameras were going off. And then it was just funny because I got like 4 steps in, and the cameras stopped. And so somewhere there's some photos of me that no one is like, who is this? Who is this guy?
Right.
Like the janitor showing up. So it was that was the funniest thing that happened to me on that thing.
So where the hell have you guys been for the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Kids.
Working, kids, a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
Basically. Was that the show that like the stage turned?
Yeah. It was a
like
rotating stage.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Like we used like this, and the whole stage just turned around, and it was like, oh,
Phil, I actually went up to you when y'all were like getting ready, because I had a whole conversation. I don't know if you remember this, but I came up and I was like, you had a Sans amp bass head, but you just ran it straight to a power amp, which I thought about doing forever.
Right.
And I was like, oh, what are you running? You had the strip, and I was like, oh, I've been wanting to do that. And I talked to you for like maybe 7 minutes.
Okay.
And then my girlfriend called, and I was like, I see you, man.
Right.
But I just remember being like, oh yeah, I finally got to, but your head was shaved. I remember your head was shaved.
Yeah. That was my look back then.
That was Philly, the bald years.
Yeah.
The bald years.
Sexy young Phil.
Because you have
that simple life, man. Yeah, I have a double strap there.
You had the strap, and you were like, my back, something about my back, and I was like,
yeah,
you got to figure it out.
Yep, it helped a lot, man, over the years.
Still rocks the crazy straps.
I need that. I need it.
That's like your signature, man. If you ever got rid of it,
I know, right?
Yeah,
that's so cool, though, man.
Yeah.
So, how was Blue Ridge Rock Fest for Trust Company? That's a good question.
It was great.
Yeah, it was great. We're one of the only bands that that got one of the
few
got
to play.
You actually got to play. Yeah.
Thursday was the only day that didn't end with disaster. Pretty much.
That had been a Friday though. That is, I mean,
we went
Friday.
I'm sorry.
Friday
I keep saying Thursday for some reason, but
it
was
Friday. We left on Thursday.
Yeah.
I keep saying Thursday.
Okay.
It was Friday. We played Friday.
I was trying to get down there earlier on Friday and see you guys, but by the time I got there, literally, I got there like when Danzig started. Like, that's how off I was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was crazy because we haven't played a show, and 2011 was our last show.
No kidding.
Yeah, so that was the first time we walked on a stage.
That's right, because this was your I remember that as part of the announcement when they announced you guys.
Yeah, it was like it had been 12 years since we played in front of anyone, and so the idea was like we're going to play a warm-up show and just make sure that we can still do this.
Yeah,
But
that's why I signed up for it too. Our same thing. We just happened to end up booking more shows beforehand, but that was supposed to be our one and only show, and see how we did.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun though. What's crazy is I hadn't done it so long. Like I got real nervous like the day before and the morning of.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, okay, before you go to bed tonight, you got to pull this off. But once we got there, it was like, it's like riding a bike. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really was.
We
How much did you guys get together? Hey, what's going on, Randy?
We always got to stop and say hi to Randy Hawk first. Hi,
Randy.
Randy.
What's up, Randy? Awesomeness.
The man, the myth, the legend. So anyway, sorry. Now continue.
How much did you guys rehearse before? I was asking, like, how did you guys get together a lot? Or
Like 6 months.
We
Really?
rehearsed. We got our old band room back.
Yeah, the same one from
way back.
way back when? Nice.
Yeah, like an old it's like a storage unit thing,
Speaking of not rehearsing, look who it is. It's Steve Richards.
Hey,
What's up, guys? Damn,
what's up, man? How are you?
you're on that fast? Jesus.
They were just telling us how they
Rehearsed for 6 months.
rehearsed for
We
6 months for
He
their
said,
one
"How long
show.
did we rehearse?" Yeah, for Blue Ridge, I was like, a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed, and I was still nervous before.
Yeah.
We rehearsed for 6 hours, I think. before
Wow.
the first show,
Did you
right?
really? That's awesome.
Over what, like 4 months?
It would have
over
been bad.
1 day, 2 days.
Yeah.
Ooh. That'd
Yeah,
be
no,
bad.
Yeah, we didn't have much opportunity to get together. I mean, it would have been nice to have more, but we just practiced on our own and then got together and hoped everyone else practiced a little bit, and we all practiced a little bit.
Yeah. Are y'all spread out like different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're all in Michigan, but they're still like a good, hour away from each other at least. And then I'm in Cincinnati, which is 4.5 hours from them.
Yeah.
And without the bass player, I mean, you just really can't get together and do anything. I mean, no one,
Exactly right.
it's not even,
They'll
no one
ride
can even
that fader,
recognize
man. Pull
the
that
music.
fader back.
Yeah.
Half our gears in a third state, too.
I know.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know, right? Like I'm in Wisconsin with half the shit. Most of the band's in Michigan, and Phil's in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have one guy that's about an hour away, but other than that, yeah, y'all are more spread out. That makes it tricky.
Yeah, it makes it hard.
Yeah.
Do y'all do the like for us getting back into band room again was like awesome. Like old times. We haven't really pulled off the digital thing very well. Do y'all write digitally, or did y'all get in a band room and hammer them out?
No, you know what? Oh, you guys can answer that. I mean, this record that came out, Steve pretty much. I mean, we've all talked about it a million times, right? So Steve pretty much just wrote and recorded this record on his own, and you can talk about that, Steve. But yeah, Steve pretty much just worked on this record for the last 10 years by himself, and then
Now,
right?
what do you say? What do you mean when you say write digitally?
Like send ideas back and forth, and like, I got
Okay.
check this riff
Like
out.
a Pro
check that riff
Tools,
out.
like
Okay,
system.
yeah, because I know people that literally will write on a program, like put the notes in and
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
I was like, I don't think that's what you guys mean. Yeah. Send stuff over back and forth, and I know this was all Steve. We haven't had to deal with that just yet.
You know what's so funny?
That's
I know,
cool, man.
I know you guys are excited. I literally woke up this morning singing favorite song. I think I was dreaming about it, but it is an incredibly hooky chorus. It's so good, and then it goes with that riff.
Yeah, dude.
That riff is mean. Makes you want to punch somebody. In a nice way.
I told my wife, I said, I think I was actually dreaming about that song.
It's working, Steve.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
work.
put him back to sleep.
yeah. Until the riff, yeah.
Right on. Well, no, that's cool, man. That's so cool. You guys were like first thing on. I'm always like a couple of minutes late.
I know what, and again, Phil said he was running a little late, and then he ended up getting here early, so we ended up going a little earlier than I thought we were gonna do. So hey, it's cool. We got it in, and then hey, we dropped in Steve. Surprise!
No, but when you said the boys were dropping in tonight, usually it's like maybe 20 minutes in, like
Yeah.
"Man, we have a special
Well,
guest tonight."
it was gonna be.
The fans were
everybody
demanding
was-
it.
The
I'm
fans
like,
were
Trust Companies are
demanding it.
here?
They were like, "Where's Trust Company? We want Trust Company. Fuck Taproot."
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
We couldn't even hear each other over the screams, so
Yeah,
we had to bring it
yeah, like literally, we could hear them. I could hear them screaming from Wisconsin. Actually,
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah.
I don't even know the lyrics to. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude. Taproot,
we were-
you guys at non-point would be insane.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah, right.
sick.
We've actually been having that conversation. So,
Tom,
Yeah,
should I change my fucking whatever at the bottom for when you air this? I'm gonna make this really awkward and point it out.
no, don't. No, it's airing right now and being recorded. So don't be funny at all.
Good singer.
Please.
The thing under my name's supposed to be funny. I'll change it. To
Oh, it
something
is. It is funny. It's hilarious, but don't change it to anything more offensive if that's what you're going to do. Thinking that I can cut it out later and post because I can't.
Right. Right.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, guys. I'm
You're good. You're good. You're good.
That's
always.
Okay, so I missed out on a couple things. So you guys said you were rehearsing for a long time for the Blue Ridge, but what's going on with you guys right now?
Yeah. So after the Blue Ridge, we have a couple shows lined up for later. So we're going to start writing because we have like some ideas, but we haven't really written, a complete song yet. So we got a lot of writing to do. So that's where we're at.
Like we'd be in the band room rehearsing just the set, and Kevin would like, oh, I wrote this riff, and I'm like, stop, we're working on this, and they were like, we got a show, man. I'm like, ah. So I'm eager to write. I think we're all eager to write and
Right, nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Who you said who's an hour away? You said someone's an hour away.
James, our guitar player.
Okay.
He's an hour away.
Slightly important.
Yeah. He drives in. He drives in once a week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm halfway. So he drives to my house. And then we drive up and hang out on the way. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's easy for him. Yeah. It's not too bad. It's not too bad of a drive.
Yeah.
Then we rehearse for like 4 or 5 hours or something.
Well, we rehearse
Or
for
we hang,
an hour and hang out for 3 hours.
Yeah. Remember that time? And then that goes on for forever.
So when you guys took your break, I mean, how much you guys keeping in contact?
Well, me and Josh a lot because we live the closest.
Okay.
We were actually like 3 doors down, which is funny.
Oh God, don't say that out loud.
Yeah. I recently moved, so I'm probably like 20 minutes away now.
Yeah. It's exactly 20 minutes.
But yeah,
Okay.
We were like neighbors. Like literally, I could throw a rock and
Nice.
hit his house.
yeah.
But
Why
with
would you
kids
do that?
and wives, it's like it's hard to get up. So I'd
Yeah,
see
it
him like
is.
walking. I'd be like, "Hey," and
Yeah.
then be like, "Cool." And I'm like, "Hey, my kid's crying. I'll see you later."
Yeah, right.
I have 3. How many do you guys have?
I have 2.
Okay.
Right. I have one.
I have 3. I'm an asshole bastard to one of them. Sad but true. Sorry. Let's go back to 3
And
goals.
what are the ages?
So mine's 14, 10, and 4.
And
Wow, you spread those out.
Yeah.
Yeah, college, man. I was
Got
thinking college.
back into the game.
Yeah,
Back into the
yeah.
game.
But the little one is a girl. I have 2 boys and a girl, and the little
Okay.
one is like a breath of fresh air. It's like so cool to have like a girl. She's not like, she is like rough and tough. She like rides horses, and she's like, I don't want to wear a dress. I want to wear like jeans and t-shirts.
Nice.
So she's not like prissy, which is not a big deal, but it's just that we connect a lot. So it's like, Daddy, do I
Yeah.
have girls? Do you have girls?
I do not
Yeah.
know, but I have 2 boys. Steve does.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by 2 girls. Well,
That's
luckily, and a female wife. So
Female wife.
if she doesn't hit, I shouldn't say it, Tom. I'll shut the fuck up.
I got my mute button ready.
It's so funny.
So Rob from Nonpoint is texting me right now saying we need to do a Nonpoint Taproot Trust Company Simon Says tour.
Oh,
there we
go. Yeah.
As long as Simon Says
Yeah.
opens, and so we look okay after help.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Simon Says live?
No, but
I got a crazy story about Simon Says, dude.
Please,
Dude,
we
Dude,
love
this is
crazy.
crazy.
Simon Says stories.
I like freaked out. This was like a moment, the only like craziest moment really of writing music. We're talking about writing riffs and stuff. So over the past, like, I don't know, years, I just always write riffs, just riffs. I don't really write choruses or melodies. I just write just riffs. That's just what I like to do, what I've always done. Well, I wrote this riff. Let me back up. I bought that CD, the Simon Says CD in like 99.
Jumpstart, the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they were all cute.
Listen to it. Yeah, they were all like, spiky hair.
Cute.
Listen to it over and over. It was just like a hot CD. And then it just like with all that, it just kind of like went away. I just like forgot even it. And no offense, it just kind of like went away.
It did.
Like, with everything else. Like, I mean, so about 5 years ago, I sat down, picked up a guitar, and I wrote this riff. And I was like, this is the best riff I've ever written. Like, it's so sweet.
Yeah, he shared it with us. He put it in the Dropbox.
Everybody was like,
it's like, okay,
hey, that's next level riff. That's like awesome. I was like pumped about it. Okay, the drummer has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I did not know this. I follow them. And I was like, I was just watching him play drum. I did not know he was the drummer of the band. He posted a picture of the album cover or something and was like, this is how I got my start, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, I remember that record. So I went to YouTube, started listening to it. Second song in, Slider, riff kicks in. I was like, that's the riff I wrote.
Oh,
It was in my head, y'all, from 99 until 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Completely just in there. I wrote it and I was like, dude, this is that riff. It's not exactly, but it's like, it's almost
close, right?
the same riff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I'll scratch that riff.
We were happy for them.
But I was like, dang, that's like the best riff I had.
Yeah.
So that's my Simon Says story, man.
It's like they, even though the artwork and the guys were like kind of made up to look like that, and it did kind of sound poppy, you can tell the riffs are there. And
that was all Hollywood Records. They just had a bad manager. And I worked that record. Like, literally, I was the guy that Hollywood Records hired, like, help us make this band look cool because they didn't know how to do it. And those guys, and it's funny because now, we've been talking about this like for the last 2 weeks, me and Matt, the singer, and Zach, the guitar player. And it's just, that was it. Like, I was the guy that Hollywood brought in to like help us make this band look cool because they were young. They didn't really know what to do. And Hollywood had no clue. So, they put out a video yesterday about their reunion. And it was like, remember us, the band that everybody thought was a boy band? Like, they get it. They make fun of it too because it was like legitimately the Hollywood Records, dude.
I bought it and loved it, and I listened to it, and it was kind of cool listening back through. I was like, whoa, I remember these now. Yeah. But that was just such a weird thing for me to be like, that's the riff I wrote, and it was stuck somewhere inside my brain.
Yeah, that's funny.
So when I heard Kevin was like, hey, Tom's managing this band Simon Says, or he's managing Taproot and also this band Simon Says, and that's when I was like, this is the weirdest thing, man. This is so freaking weird.
Timing. No, but seriously, if you went back to that time when they looked or sounded like that and you saw them live, I swear to God, they are still to this day the tightest band I have ever seen live in my entire life. Like,
that's awesome.
Watching them play is just like, why even?
Well, I don't want to play after those guys. So.
Yeah, they're good, man.
The good thing is that they're all old now, like us. So I'm hoping they're not going to be as good, just so everybody else doesn't look bad. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but that's the weird thing too, though, is because they were growing up in the Sacramento sound, with Papa Roach,
absolutely,
bar, and all that.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like Tom said, they kind of went the Hollywood route, but like, even though they were inspired by those bands, they make those bands look terrible.
Right.
It's like, oh my God. No. Anyway, sorry. I love Far. Well, clearly Papa Roach are fucking great, but
I love that every Taproot Tuesday just ends up becoming us talking about Simon Says now. Like, thanks, assholes.
I want to see him now. For
sure.
I
would definitely want to see him.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let's talk about Trust Company. I'm still trying to get that out of you guys. So you guys are just still starting to write and do all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm talking about keeping stuff in your head. I do that with melodies. Like if a melody comes out too fast and I think it's pretty good, I'm always like, is that my melody? Or am I just, it's like you have like melodies cataloged in your subconscious mind, like you hear all the stuff. And so I'll sing a melody and I'm like, I think did I come up with that? Or
He's like somewhere. It's something like, Bears on parade, bull. It's something like that. And I was like, I think that's already a thing, man. Like, I think that's been done.
Yeah.
Bears on something is like
Bears on display.
Yeah, Bears on display. Bow, bow. I was like, I think that's the one already.
Last time I had sex with my wife, like 8 years ago, she said my melody was too quick.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
It
even
was
know
a
what
good
that
melody.
means.
It was a good melody, though.
But did you know the lyrics?
Yeah,
Not
probably
really.
not.
Did you shave or something? You look super
wasn't-
young and like cute tonight, Steve. I don't know why.
We're the only ones wearing glasses. You talk about getting old. Like I never had to get glasses till I hit my 40s, and now I can't see anything without them.
Like, dude, I don't even know where my glasses are. I'm blind as fuck. You know, so I need glass. I actually have to go get more glass. I've died like twice though, so you guys got that on me. You might be blind. I'm literally like a zombie. Like I am dead right now.
Oh my god. Well, speaking about getting old, like four songs in, 5 songs into Blue Ridge, I'm like, oh yeah. This is like I better slow down.
Yeah, right.
Pace yourself.
I can't breathe.
See, that's where I'm lost. You guys actually got to play some? Are you
Yeah.
set?
Yeah, on Friday.
They played
Yeah.
on Friday, so they got to actually fucking play.
We're one of the few
On the
bands that
one-
got to play.
The one
But
day.
what's
Okay,
better
shit.
though? I'm still trying to figure out what's better. We went there and got paid to not play, and you
Right.
guys went and played. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
I
rather
guess-
play.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
rather you played too, I guess. But
Yeah.
Heck of a
Shit.
road trip. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
right.
was the first time we played in so long. It was like I remember.
How long was that
talking-
drive for you guys? What, like 7
8?
hours?
Yeah,
8 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're about the same.
Okay.
Give or take. Tom was even longer. Tom had like 16 hours or something.
Oh man.
oh,
Yeah.
these guys are all texting me. Oh, we're home. I'm like, fuck you. I'm in Kentucky. Like,
Yeah,
I would have been
brutal.
bummed if we got there and it got canceled.
Yeah.
we
Because
were, man.
there's
We
so
were
much like
really looking
there's so much
forward-
build up for it.
I know, dude. That was the one show that got us out of so-called retirement or whatever. It
Yeah.
got us off our ass.
Us too.
Yeah, same.
that was
we
the
didn't
one.
we didn't get to play it.
Yeah, I heard you guys. They kept offering you guys every fucking year, and you just finally said, "Okay, fine."
Yeah.
This is the first hour. Oh, them or us? Because this
Us,
is
us.
You guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This time out one.
Okay. I was talking to Alex Gilbert today, and he had mentioned that they had offered you before, I guess, and you finally broke down and said yes.
Yeah.
We're-
Yeah.
Has that sparked your whole like we're back? We're doing
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much. It
that
got us.
sparked everything. They did that, and we started talking again. And
Yeah.
you can tell the story if you like.
Yeah, I mean, I've told it a bunch, but like it just basically was having that show made me look for a guitarist, because Mike wasn't in the band anymore, so we needed a guy that could play. And Taylor had moved to Michigan, and I knew that, and he was sort of the no-brainer anyway. No one really argued. Everyone's just like, yeah, hell yeah, we all knew him. And then from there, when I talked to Thom, it's like we at least had that going, and then just talked about doing skateboards and then merch and then releasing our CD, and the whole thing just snowballed pretty
started
quickly.
with this dumb thing, like they had a B-sides box set. I'm like, let's put that out. And then
That's
he's
awesome.
like, dude, Steve has a whole studio record he's been working on for 10 years. He's been trying to put out. I'm like, really? And then it went from that to this, and here we are, man. Scissors.
Yeah, awesome.
It was literally like me and Steve and Phil had a call on here on StreamYard, a little video call. And then, we kind of did the deal for both to put up Besides and then Scissors. And I got Matt to kind of mix Scissors and take, Steve had kind of recorded it himself,
Right.
with with Tim and Andy Patland at the Loft. And Steve had kind of just gone in there himself and tracked it over 10 years. I
Wow.
originally started out as like kind of demos for a new Taproot record.
Yeah, it's like 5, 6 in the morning. He'd get up, squeeze a couple hours in, go to work. Again, work. Life, kids. It's
Yeah.
hard to make the time.
Dude, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
and
that's
then
crazy,
it
man.
just kind of turned into that, and we got the tracks and sent them over to Matt, and he mixed it and kind of beefed everything up. And I mean, really, like he really just
Yeah, he took it to the next level, man. It was
Yeah.
great.
That's what Thom was telling me. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great,
he-
man.
he's
I know you
fucking-
guys are pumped.
That's so exciting, man. That's gotta
Yeah.
be so exciting.
Dude, 'cause
Yeah.
I mean, the like favorite song, for instance, was already a good song, catchy, right?
It was
But
there.
once-
It was a great. The bones were there, but
But once it was
needed an
mixed,
extra push.
it was just like, oh my god, this now
It
sounds
sounds
legit.
insanely
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Like it's just punchy. The guitar tone's killer. The
Yeah,
riff is
dude, it's
killer.
mean.
We were jamming it, and I'm gonna hit it in the car on the way back.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is this? Kryptonite?
What? We're talking about scissors and the process of making it.
Oh.
Matt. We were talking about Matt mixing it and how amazing he was. That's what we were talking about.
Oh no, he saved it.
Yeah.
I'm telling them they should use Matt to mix their record. I was texting with
Dude,
Kevin
he's
the other day, and
fantastic,
was
man.
like,
He's
you guys should
fantastic.
Definitely
he's
talk
like-
to Matt. Like Matt is incredible. So yeah.
Took any notes real easily and just like, yep, no problem, and
That's
changed
awesome.
as needed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's when I was telling we were talking about your record. He's like, God, I just want to write so bad. So, but Blue Ridge did it for us too.
Yeah, it was like
yeah,
a kick.
it's
in
the
the
same
butt.
thing. Because for years we were like, yeah, let's do it one day. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But that we're all, me and Josh are pretty close, but everybody else is an hour or so away, and it just nothing ever kickstarted it. We needed something to like get us moving and actually,
Thanks, Megan.
make it happen.
Yeah, I would just send Simon Says riffs over and see what happens.
Yeah, right. Right.
That
No.
was Blue Ridge. I got to give it up. Like that's why we are doing
Yeah.
this. Honestly,
Yeah.
Same with Taproot, man.
Yeah,
That was the
that's
spark
so
that-
cool, man.
And
Made
once you get a
this
little
all
momentum
happen.
going, yeah. And now we're like, let's just keep going. I forgot how like fun it is just to be a part of something, and jump on calls and stuff and just, talk about what's going on in the future and
And now there's the internet, which is kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, right.
We didn't have that before. This is the
Yeah,
first
even-
time.
even-
Not like it
honestly,
is now.
Even when we did Amity Lane, the internet was barely even in the equation.
yeah.
Like iTunes didn't even exist yet. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like
Right,
Yeah.
when
right.
you think about that, and that was only 15 years ago. When was that? Was that 15
it was
years ago?
2006
6 and 7.
6 and 7, yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost 20 fucking years. That's crazy. We can
Yeah.
do we're almost at the point we can do a 20th anniversary edition of Amity Lane. How fucked up is that?
That's weird, dude.
That's crazy. I remember on that
That's real
tour,
weird.
we did that quick little van tour
Yeah.
up, and I remember Jason was with us, the cute Jason Rush.
Yeah.
He pulls up like an article in a magazine. He goes, "Guys, Apple is making a phone and it's going to change the world." And I was like, "Cool." And then, that's what year it was. It's like the iPhone
Yeah.
wasn't even out yet. Like Layla had a map. That's how we got to the cities. It was like a map.
That's how we used to do it.
Yeah.
Unfold the map, and we had like, "Oh, this is an icy road. Like it's let's go this one way." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Then here's what you did.
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah,
it's-
the bus driver used to have the big book of,
Yeah.
The big guide with all the maps, like that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so crazy. But it's crazy. Even thinking then, like the internet it was there, but it wasn't even. When we did that record, it was still big stores. It was still Tower. I remember having to fight for Best Buy and getting that record into stores and getting like big mainstream press. And it was so much more involved in putting a record out then, man. It was so much. It was just fuck. Thank you, internet.
yeah. But we didn't have that, so it's cool to see get to talk to people who, that actually like your band, and through forums and Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff.
So so now we've got to learn how to do social media.
Yeah, now we got to learn how to do it right.
Right.
Shit.
So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to write. I think it's going to be breathe a life back into us as
Well,
humans.
you guys should just do that Simon Says song. See if anybody even notices.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I bet they figured it out.
it's Tom, I'll have to send it to you, man. It's pretty crazy. It's like, what?
Now, did you actually record a song using that riff? Like,
I
did you
just took it into I just have a little recording setup at home where it's all
okay. But you never got to that stage where you were making it into a song and then heard the.
No, it's just
Okay.
it's like a riff and then a kind of a part of a chorus in the back. It's like literally the riff over and over and over.
Right.
And then when I heard that, I was like, it ends differently. Theirs kind of does another thing, but it's the same. The main part's literally the exact same. It's crazy. I'll send it to y'all, but it's
that'd be funny. I'd love to hear that.
Until you said this tonight on live, I bet Zach would be confused, going like, "Holy shit! I think I stole this guy's riff."
That's Yeah.
trying to relearn songs. You'd be like, oh my God,
Right.
that sounds just like fucking Trust Company. What the fuck?
That's so funny.
But
I
that's
think
what's so
it's
fun about
phenomenal.
doing this thing. We always have, like a couple. We had Simon Says on last week. We had John from Stained on. It's like it's cool to get on here and like have a platform. And I mean, people love Trust Company, man. That's that's why it was so cool. I was like, fuck, it'd be so cool for you to jump on and us all to shoot the shit. And it's like, and the fan base is so similar. Like the Taproot fans, and like Alex has been bugging me for the last year, like. Every other day, it's like, dude, we should do something with Trust Company. We should do something with Trust Company. We should do something with Trust Company. They're back together doing Blue Ridge. We should do it. I'm like, yeah, of course. I love Trust Company. Why the fuck wouldn't we?
Well,
but
we only ever got to cross paths like twice.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the K-Rock Christmas show.
Yep.
Yeah, with all the freaking stars, Gwen Stefani and everyone that we were all, mesmerized by.
I can't slam my head again, you guys.
So what year did Lonely Position in Neutral come out?
02,
right?
Yeah.
So you guys, it's so weird that you guys didn't really. I figured you guys would have like just more cross pollination, like because
no, they wanted to play with Static X. No, they wanted. They thought Static X was a good mix.
But Static X, their fans.
It was brutal, man. It was like boot camp for like.
Static X was awesome, but their fans didn't like.
And they were so nice.
That's still a weird mix for you. But the thing is, Taproot though, they were kind of support. It was weird though because Trust Company came out and you guys got really fucking like that first record went gold, right? I mean, I guess the plaque's hanging behind your head, so. And you guys got like super fucking big, super quick, and
real fast. Yeah,
and Taproot was still kind of. You guys were still you were supporting all the huge bands, but you were still kind of supporting through all of that until like Blue Sky Research.
Fuck you talking about? Gift got ripped off by Napster like 2 months before it came out. We were on Lars Ulrich's side. Let's sue him.
Yeah,
that would have been a gold record. And then
no, I'm sure. No, I'm just saying you guys touring wise, you guys weren't like headlining. You guys were still supporting through Welcome when those guys were coming out and their stuff was going on. That's what I'm saying. So that's why you guys didn't really end up. You were supporting Deftones and Incubus and all that shit. You know what I mean? So
you guys know how stupid I am. Like when you're on, I'm glad. Yes, we know I'm stupid. But we were on tour with Deftones and Incubus, and we used to cover Teething when we were still, like a smaller band, on our way up and stuff. Teething, a Deftones song.
Yeah.
So we're like playing arenas and playing huge ass shows with Deftones. And I'm the idiot that rather than playing like whatever 7 of our songs, I decided to play Teething, a Deftones song that they don't play during our set rather than promoting one more extra song of ours. It was like, hey, let's play a Deftones song before they play.
I'm not gonna lie though, dude. I kind of love that. I love the
What did they say anything?
They loved it.
Oh, they loved it. No, there was one time that they couldn't make sound check. I hated it because I wanted to play drums or guitar, but I got stuck singing and they're in a different tuning way higher than I was. I'm like, whatever. But so Jared got to sit on the drum kit with the fucking ass kicker, under his butt. I'm like, man, and fucking these guys are jamming on shit. And Mike, I'm probably sure, was flailing away on some random ass tuning that he doesn't know how to play guitar. Sorry. But yeah. No, it was like really cool. Everyone got to play like cool instruments and I had a microphone.
Had to sing.
Well, and they came out and did it with you once too, right? You might as well tell that fucking
story. Philadelphia.
About it.
Are you serious?
Dude, that would have been sick.
Yeah, dude. they were what, playing next door or nearby like the next night or that night or something. But they came to watch us, and then we ended up just kind of, we weren't sure what was going to happen. We started playing Teething, and when we got to the break, Abe and Chino came out and interrupted us and said, kind of made fun of us, like, you guys are so young, you play it so fast. We gotta slow that shit down. You gotta play it heroin style.
Yeah,
dude, that's like my number one band of all time.
Oh yeah,
it's like Deftones. Yeah,
like it's kind of like you don't get tattoos of bands, right? But if someone was like, you had to, I'd be Deftones on my neck, and I'd be proud.
On my neck, right?
Like they are to me, like they were that first band like I fell in love with, like like the '90s, like late '90s. You're just like, whoa, this is different. This is incredible. it's like mean, but also not, and it's like sexy, and it's
Yeah.
just all that. And you're like, whoa, this is different.
And each
It's like
album,
my
you know what I
wife.
mean?
It's like my wife. Luckily, she's not on the shit. If any,
Y'all gonna
people
need a
want-
new singer, bro. She's gonna kill you.
Right. Hang on, mute button. All right, get it out of your system.
That's amazing, man.
Oh man.
So you're so lucky that you got to do that. Like, our whole life was like, can we just play one show? Can we just meet them?
Yeah, dude. We felt very lucky, man. It was an incredible.
Yeah.
We got to do two tours, right? We got to do Incubus, Deftones Incubus with
Lincoln Park.
and then
Wow.
Deftones Lincoln Park in Europe.
Y'all had good management. Our manager's like,
Yeah.
oh, can we do Static X and like Assassino? It's like, no, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, man.
That's a tough open spot.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
Can you
you
put us
know
with,
what?
like anyone else that's like not anywhere close to us, so that like their fans will hate us the
Right.
whole time, dude? It was.
Well, we opened for Marilyn Manson on some of the off dates of Ozfest, and those were kind of some of those were kind of tough shows.
Yeah.
Like
It's like you're playing your heart out, and you look out, and literally everyone's like this.
Yeah, a little bit,
Part of
right?
it.
But we
Part of it.
tended to. I think we won them over, right? We a little bit at least.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
for you
that's the
guys.
goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Like you got to come out and try to win them over. But
Yeah, no. Brad said he didn't tell a great white
Brandon,
story.
you guys have a great white story.
oh, yeah, we actually met Great White.
Brad Nolan, what's up, man? Only reason why we have any footage from like that.
I know, right?
Brad.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Brad has so much footage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we met
That's
Great
fucking-
White.
Is it fucking Shark Week right now?
Hang on. What?
The band.
Continue.
I like how you have to mute the guy who's like the main voice of the band. Like,
Yeah. He's the singer.
Who is the singer? So anyway, Great White.
Anyway, so yes, Great
Yeah.
White. I want to hear the story.
Well, we just met him like he said it was a rest stop. I don't remember where. I thought it was the hotel.
I
You
barely
remember that?
No, barely.
We just met him. The guitar player came on a bus and we hung out with him. But it was like it was like maybe 2 days before the big fire that happened with those guys.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
Yeah.
before the station fire.
Yeah. Like it was like a couple of days before that happened. Like we met him I think we stayed at the same hotel.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. I think Brad said it might have been a rest stop, but I thought it was the hotel. But yeah, we met him and they were super cool. And then like 2 days later, the fire happens and we're all like, we had to do like news were coming out. Like I've never looked for exit so much in my life after that happened. Like we're playing clubs and I'm like, okay, where's the exit at?
Right.
It scared us a little bit,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys weren't shooting off fucking pyro in clubs the size of my office too.
No.
That were insulated with fucking flammable.
Yeah.
It was not even flame retardant materials.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
You can't say that.
I know. I
You
said
can't
that
say-
just for Steve.
You
I literally
can't
was just texting Steve for saying you can't say that.
You can't say flame.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Nice.
See what we put up with. It's beautiful.
See what we encourage?
I know, right?
So y'all got to play some really cool opening gigs, man. Like that's incredible, or
Yeah.
just gigs in general. Like
Yeah, we're
our-
ridiculous. Tell them who you guys have the greatest like history of touring with bands I've ever heard in my
dude,
fucking
that's
life.
so
It's
awesome.
unbelievable. Deftones, Incubus, Lincoln Park.
We had Papa Roach was our first tour.
Hold
It was
on.
awesome.
Lincoln Park opened for us on a
That's right.
tour.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
is that right? That's
Well, 30 Seconds to Mars opened for us on one tour,
Yeah.
Awesome. It's
and then
fucking
they
great.
like kind of
Yeah, dude, they took off.
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, that was the dumbest thing ever, was because obviously our age, we knew Jared Leto from My So-Called Life, whatever.
Right.
Obviously, fucking hot guy, actor, whatever. I was so pissed when they got up on stage and he was a great singer.
Yeah, it's like I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Someone earlier wrote you guys about the intersection in Grand Rapids.
Yes, where we're playing in November.
Right, but they were talking to Trust Company. They saw you there or whatever. And then, do you guys remember there being a titty bar next door? I don't know if it's still there, but
Grand Rapids.
Yeah, they're called adult entertainment establishments. Steve, thank you very much.
I don't remember.
Titty bar.
yeah, I don't think it's fully nude. I won't call it a Gucci bar.
A Gucci bar? I like that Gucci bar. We can take that.
No, but like
I think you said Gucci.
Yeah.
no,
He said Gucci. Shut up, Bill.
I was talking about my taint, the Gooch. So it was right after the show was done. I went to the
The adult entertainment
naked-
establishment.
yeah, with a bunch of fucking naked dudes.
Masquerade? What's it called? I don't know.
Probably, yeah, I don't know, but like it was like the weirdest thing because I wanted to talk to Jared Leto, and this is way before he was Psycho. Too soon. But so I didn't know what to do. He's in a titty bar, a male establishment, and just like in passing, I just wanted to let him know. I was like, man, like I really respect your vocals. You're awesome. But so like I walked by him as he's walking out and I'm walking in and I'm like, why am I going in here? The hottest guy in the world's here.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, it was almost like
You're really gay.
it was
for
almost
Jared
like
Leto. Holy
it
shit.
was almost like
Everyone is.
Yeah.
it was like Josie Scott from Saliva saying like, hey man, I like your voice. Like, thanks. It was awkward.
He's
I'm like,
always so nice. He was so nice. He was nice to me anyway.
Yeah.
Personally, he was great. He was
Yeah.
so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Even like years later, we're talking like 10 years after that. I was in LA at a restaurant because my wife lived in LA before she moved to Alabama, and I was visiting her. And when I was at a restaurant, and I saw him, and he was right next to us. And I was like, "Oh!" And I went up and said, "Hey, man, you probably don't remember me, but Joshua Trust Company, we opened up for you. I did the whole like, do you remember me? Not do you, but I was like, hey, I just want to say hey and congrats on your success and everything." And he like stood up and like gave me a hug in front of everybody and was like, "Dude, how you been? You look different. You got cut your hair." I was like, "Holy crap, this dude actually remembered me." Maybe he didn't, but he acted like he did, and that was really
All
cool. So Jared Leto, if you're listening, I know you are. Thank you for being so cool, man.
all right, Thom, mute me.
Done.
You are the best, Jared Leto. You're way cooler than we ever can be. I don't know. What was he saying?
You're way sexier than I am.
Yeah. Okay. Rubber gloves. He wants him to check your prostate. Wait, what? Oh, he wore a mask.
30 seconds to my prostate.
Yeah.
He wore a mask years ago, 2 times.
2005
2005?
ish.
I like
to
this
sign
name.
autographs. Or
Many moons ago,
after the show.
there was a tire. Yes.
What is
Dude,
happening
wear a
right
mask.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, he thinks, I have no idea what he's saying.
Hey, Kevin, we're keeping the conversation as appropriate as possible for the record. So we keep it PG-13 for sure. So it's close. I mean, Steve might make some inappropriate gestures, but that's why I have the mute button.
Yeah.
I think this should be the whole thing. Is just one person to try and explain old stories.
Yeah, Steve
And
just
everyone trying to
muted
figure it out.
doing charades.
Yeah, I think it's a really good concept. I think we can get a lot of people on here.
All right, I think we're onto something.
He's like, okay, I'm good, just on you.
What did Steve say?
What did Steve say?
All right. Well, thank you, Brandon.
Well, that was anyway.
Yeah.
He's always been nice to us, but
Yeah, man.
He was always super cool when I was around him too. I worked for Immortal for a while, and that was the label that 30 Seconds to Mars. I remember when they were making their record, they were recording at Energy. They were in one room. Incubus was there making Make Yourself in the other room, and Linkin Park, I think, was in the other room. Like those 3 bands were there.
Wow.
And I remember I was there with Incubus, and just hanging out with Jared Leto outside smoking cigarettes, and it was the weirdest fucking thing. It really was a
That
weird
studio is
interaction.
incredible.
It was.
That's where we did our records, and they're insane. It's the coolest place on earth.
It really is a great studio, man. It's so don't you miss like kind of going into the all you got like going into the $5 million crazy studio,
Right, the big studios,
with $2 million budgets, and
I can unmute my own thing.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, I do miss that because now I'm like, how are we gonna do this? I got like a little universal audio thing on my desk, and I was like, can we do it with that? Probably not, but you know what I mean. Luckily we have a good friend, Jamie, who he owns part of Silvercord Studio in New York with the singer for Gojira.
Yeah, you were saying that. Or
Yeah,
Kevin was telling me that.
So he's like, come up here and record, which might not happen, but what we could do is have him come here with some like gear once we do drums somewhere, and then just kind of try to piece it all together.
That's really all you got to do. You really just got to go somewhere, go to a good drum room, cut the drums, and then you can record the bass, guitar, vocals. You can do that shit anywhere. It really doesn't matter, you know.
I think that's the plan for now.
Yeah, just piece it together and see what happens. Just kind of
and then send it all to Matt LaPlante to mix it.
And just blah blah blah. Yep. So we'll see. But so what when you guys release it, you're gonna actually tour or just kind of play on the weekends, or what's
Weekend warrior stuff?
Cool.
It's with life the way it is now. I don't want to be away from my kids that long anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even like a 2-week stint, I'm like, why? As we always joke, like we don't want to play Tuesdays, we don't want to play Wednesdays, we don't want to play. You know what I mean? Squeezing these shows in.
What's your kids' ages?
Mine are 12 and 7.
Yeah, it just goes so fast. It's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Their voice changes or something. Like it's something. It's just I feel you, man. I don't want to.
Dude, yeah, that's it exactly. If you're gone for just even like a few extra days, you see them, and it's just like little changes that you wouldn't. It is. Yeah. It's like I remember even being at the hospital for Felix. I think we were there like 3 days, and then when I saw Paxton, I'm like, "You're so big."
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
What is going on? Is this a few days?
Yeah, I just took so with Blue Ridge, it was a fun trip because I had my 14-year-old with me, he's actually really mature, really chill. He's cool.
Nice.
He's not like annoying. He's actually really cool. And all the guys were like, "Man, your kid's kind of like actually mature and cool." And so it's cool to see him hang out with like my friends and not be like, he's not like kind of annoying 14-year-old, which most of his friends are like. When they all come over, I'm like, oh my
God. Right.
They're all like just complete idiots, but he's actually kind of mature, which kind of makes me worried. I'm like, hey, you need to do some stupid stuff to get it out of your system. But he rode with us, and it was kind of fun for him to see like our us play, and Stevenson got to come, and like James's daughter got to come, and it was just kind of cool to see like our kids like watch for the first time. So I don't want to be away from them, but I like for them to come along, but that's kind of impossible.
We're not making that kind of.
Right. Yeah,
it's different though. It is now. Like when we first started talking about this, it wasn't like fuck yeah, let's bless you, Steve. It wasn't like fuck yeah, let's go do a bunch of shows. It was like, why don't we do one show for the album release? And we're like, okay, we put it on sale and it sold out in 20 minutes. And then it was like, well, let's add a second night, okay, and that sold out in 20, where we can just do Friday, Saturday. We'll do a little album release tour of just a bunch of album release shows that are all kind of close, and then those all we got really good offers, and then it was like okay, and then it expanded to like 23 shows by the end of it this year, which is fucking great, because we did it all the right way. They're all good money shows, they're all in good markets,
great,
they've all been attended really well. We're not
Fridays and Saturdays, a couple like 1 or 2 Thursdays,
right? And then the festivals here and there.
Yeah, well, we knocked out the few festivals we did. We had a Northwoods Rock Rally. We did that one in with 10 Years in Marietta.
Okay.
Just like these little like kind of both those that ended up being like throw and go type deals. No, we were able to sound check properly in Northwoods, right?
We did in Marietta. No, I don't. Think
no, Northwoods. No, Marietta was throw and go for sure.
Yeah, that's cool that this music, like, there's like a bunch of young fans too. Like, have y'all noticed that? Like, there's a girl that works with me, and she's like 20, and she was like riding in the car in her crib and put on like Downfall, and she was like, that's my boss's band, and she was like, what? she's like, yeah, he works with me or whatever. And so she's 20 or like 19.
Yeah.
It's like they weren't even around when that album came out. So
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is kind of nuts
Which
that
is
there's
weird.
like a whole new
generation.
generation of people that are finding bands like ours through.
Dude, my kid's 17, and their favorite bands are like My Chemical Romance and Deftones, and now they're getting into the more obscure new metal. I hate that term, but now everybody's embraced it, so I guess I have to. But it's like, it's weird. All these kids are super getting into it and getting and kind of, going back and rediscovering everything that was good, man. That's been the kind of the pin. And look, in this Taproot, the new record's getting a lot of hype. It's doing great at radio. Like everything we're doing has been really great and really positive. And Steve made an amazing fucking record that is mind-blowingly good that people are losing their shit over.
That's
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw some kid wearing Jinkos and I almost lost.
Oh boy.
Dude, my kid, we were at this fucking this kind of like retro vintage thrift store, and my kid talked me into spending $150 to buy them a pair of kickwear. and now he wears them every day. They've pretty much been on his body since I bought them a year ago. But that's how we're rolling these days, man. I was so new metal. I had a Jenko sponsorship in the 2000s.
That's tight.
That's how new metal I was, dude.
I was this close to buying some Jinkos and wearing them on Blue Ridge and be like, is this what you guys really want?
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, but
you should have.
They'd probably been like, oh, he's like for real. And I can't really,
Yeah, dude, it's hard to go back after you wear clothes that fit. You know what I mean? Like I used to wear like XLs and double XLs. I'm like, how did this even work?
You were the white t-shirt guy. You wore
You
wear like only white t-shirts
for a while,
Or you had
the whole band only wore white for a while. That was like kind of the gimmick, which we just.
Dude, I know all about you, man. Yeah, you had the white tank top.
I know all about you.
I know. Dude. I bass players unite, man. Like,
oh yeah,
that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like some Star Trek bullshit.
It is, dude.
Is it?
Bass players unite.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, wait.
Nanu.
I don't know.
Live long and
Did
prosper.
you?
Yeah, wrong thing.
Yeah.
God.
I'm shocked you
your
did
album.
I'm muting him, but it's still not helping.
It's not helping.
I can't.
Apparently, I can unmute myself, so this is sweet.
But I can mute you again, though.
I'm back.
It's gonna be
All right, Phil. I saw the show you guys played. What bass are you playing, man? That thing looks sick.
Oh, this one. This is my.
Let me see
This thing's a beast, dude.
That's it. That thing.
Yeah, it's my buddy Jeremy Thompson made this for me. It's a New Song, was his company, NG New Song Guitars.
That's cool.
Just made a small handful of them, but they're nice. And this one sounds really good. It just has it just really cuts through nicely, and it's a beast of a bass, and it's fun to play.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, Phil's got all the weird basses, man. He's just always putting out some crazy custom built.
So what are y'all? What's next for you guys? Like after you're just gonna play as much as you can and get the album going and just see what happens.
A little bit. It's kind of right. The single just got released. It's starting to get some traction, and then once we kind of see where we're at, we'll start looking at offers for next year. Cool. And still try to hit, because we've done all these shows have been just, driving shows, drive to Wisconsin, drive to Michigan, drive to, we go as far as New York, but still this Midwest kind of East Coast type area. So next year we're looking, Florida, Texas, California, Vegas, maybe
South,
Denver,
maybe.
The South. Yeah. Something like that where we kind of make our way around. I've got a few ideas on how to make it work. We're learning a lot still. Right now we're doing 5 to 6 vehicles for some of these shows.
Yeah.
Just the way it works. And so I don't want to be traveling to Florida and Texas doing the same thing. So we'll have to figure out something.
Yeah.
We did the same thing. He took his RV. I had my van full of I had the drummer and the sound guy, my son, and our photographer. So we were loaded up in the van. Then James took his family. So it was 3 different vehicles.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat. It's how do you make it work? And going far places like that is kind of tricky, but I think Steve Hall can hook us up in Huntsville, Birmingham, and I think it'd be a good show. I think it'd be really cool, cool turnout.
No, that'd be cool.
That'd be so awesome, man. That'd be really cool.
Be cool to come back, man. Because again, it's been a while since we're down there, and we've had some fun shows down there. So I mean, we've had some good times with Steve, man.
It's a starved market down here, so I feel like we could pull it off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one comes here, so it's like, I mean, Atlanta. I mean, you get Atlanta, but not like Alabama. It's kind of rare when big acts come through here. So
yeah.
So yeah,
Alabama was always cool, man. It was cool to go through there. But yeah, so we're doing basically markets. We're not doing this year. A bunch of festivals next year. We already got a couple booked and announced, a couple confirmed that aren't announced yet. You know, just hopefully all the big festivals next year, and then a couple regional little things where they haven't been yet. You know what I mean? And just kind of systematically trying to get to everybody we can. You know.
There's one in Birmingham called Sloss Fest. Is it still? Is that the one? Sloss Fest?
Sauce Furnace?
Furnace,
They have a Sloss Fest, and it's like, I think they already booked it for this year, but like next year will be so sick if we all are on that. That would be. It's a really cool venue. I'm sure you played there with the big. It's like a big
slant, dude. That your back, dude. That's a weird.
Chevelle.
Yeah, with Chevelle.
I sat behind the dude and I was hitting his 808 the entire fucking song. He was getting so pissed. The entire song was just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, Sam.
Just killing people. Everyone out front is just.
The dude saw red on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right. So randomly, before Thom mutes me, I'm just curious. Oh, I thought that was
Sick New World and after
if we had a quarter-inch adapter to a mini, because I assume that could probably fit in there. If I peed into it, would you hear it through the speaker?
Possibly.
Mute me.
So you're gonna give it a shot.
It's a mutiny. It's a mutiny.
Oh yeah, girl, systematic.
That's funny. We're kind of like in the same boat with everything. It's just kind of, but what's inspiring is that you guys got a record coming out, and that's exciting, and that's making me want to write for sure. So that's
man. I mean, the people seem to be hungry for this music that we were doing.
For sure, yeah.
You're just like a year ahead of us.
There's a lot of buzz around it.
It's been a long fucking year, though, man. There's a lot of work in that fucking year. I mean, it was a big year. It was an exciting year, but it was a long. I mean, this 1 year feels like kind of like 5. You know what I mean? Between getting the record done and getting everything else done for the record, and in a lot of those regards, you know, I'm kind of a one-man fucking show with the label and the management stuff, and getting the record together with Steve. And
Tom's been working his ass off.
Yeah.
I bet.
That's always been Thom.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So a question that came through was, did you play everything on the record? Did you do vocals, drums, guitar, bass?
Yeah, Steve. Yep, Steve did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Steve, you're not muted. You can speak.
I know I muted myself.
I don't want to talk now. Yeah,
I'll be
Steve
serious.
played everything on the record.
Yeah, Steve's a guitarist first or drummer first? Drummer first.
Drummer at 4.
Yeah, drummer at 4.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's really incredible.
Taught myself guitar at like 13.
Damn, that's incredible.
That's cool, man.
Dude,
Then was forced to sing at what, 24?
A little earlier. No.
A little earlier. That's right. Like 17, 18?
97, so probably
19,
18,
18, 19, yeah.
Well, no, I guess I started in 95, so 17, because we used to be, most people don't know this, but Taproot was actually a different band. I was the drummer, Mike was the guitarist, but then we had the singer from 20 Dead Flower Children, don't know if you ever heard of, bassist from Mad Hops. It was all just like a local Detroit, Ann Arbor all-star band.
Both awesome fucking bands, by the way. Both amazing fucking bands.
Yeah. So when the bassist and singer they were just like, we can't drive an hour and a half to go. Like, we used to want to be like Rage Against the Machine meets Korn, and that's back when I was the drummer.
Wow.
When they quit, it was like, well, we know singers are harder to find than drummers, but then Phil and Jared used to live with my dead cousin.
When he was alive.
Right. Yeah. Before he died. Like my mom's did too. But no, like we knew Phil played bass, and he, you know, at the time he was like only like good. which he was good. I mean, now he's like fucking Les Claypool farting on a pool. But
Yeah, I'd picked up the bass when I was 19 and joined Taproot when I was like 20.
Oh wow, really?
Hey, that's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
but that was the dumb thing was that
It was by default. It wasn't by any sort of like, particular skill I had.
Yeah.
So was most of Tapper, though. It sounds like Steve just became the singer by default. You became the bass player by default. You were all like, I don't really.
I
do
live with
this,
Jared.
but
We
fuck
live with
it.
Jared, so Jared by default, he was the drummer we knew.
Yeah.
after we played one show thinking it would be great to be a heavy rock band without a drummer and like going crazy, and then I'm an idiot. Like even back then I was walking around, not just staying on the stage.
Yeah.
I unplugged the drum machine, not realizing that when you plug it back in, it's not going to pick up where it left off. So I ruined that show. So that night, Mike and I went back to their party house, and it was like, Jared, you play drums. You want to play with us?
Yeah.
That's cool. Dude, drummers are usually that thing that like everybody else in the band will get behind the drum kit, but everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Like drummers are like
That's a whole
really
thing, man.
around here. Drummers are real hard to find. That's crazy.
On my COVID break, like my COVID hobby, I should say, not COVID, during COVID, I bought a kit. I was like, I'm gonna play drums in my
But
closet.
Phil, look, it's
Yeah.
behind you.
And I see the kit behind. Yeah, but
Yeah.
and it was so fun. But like you're like, I feel it, I can feel it, and then you record it, and you go listen to it, and you're like, it's like a shoes in a dryer, man. It's like, but up, and I'm like, this is just not. It felt good, but yeah, it's just not.
It takes time, man.
Yeah.
Lots of time.
Especially picking up as an adult as opposed to as a kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. I
mean, it's fun though, man. It is a fun instrument to play.
It's so
it's
fun.
fun.
I don't care how I sound. It was so
right.
so fun. It was like life-giving.
Just put on the headphones, man. It doesn't matter. Just put on the headphones and rock out.
Yeah, exactly. And it was so fun because we couldn't really leave our neighborhood. I mean, we could, but we didn't really leave much. We homeschooled our kids, so it was just like a fun thing. It was like one of those things that kind of brought me joy during that weird time. But but thank God we have a good drummer. Like, drums are hard.
It's the crazy thing is my older daughter, she's about, oh, by the way, Phil and Tom, I have to talk about what the fuck are we doing Saturday time-wise, because it's my daughter's 13th, so I'll probably have to leave around 6 if it goes all right. But so she goes to the same junior high that I went to, and I live a block and a half away, the same room that we brought Fred Durst into to jam for him.
Yeah. That's so
same
cool.
room. The kids would always know when I was skipping school because I'd jam with the fucking window open just to be like, fuck you, school. So they'd all hear me at school, like just playing drums, like with Slayer and Sepultura and shit. So kids always knew when I was skipping school.
That's
high school, I was too far away, but junior high, 7th and 8th grade, everyone was like, oh, shit. Steve's skipping school. And that's where my daughter goes now. And her music teacher, like, she plays trumpet now. She's a great pianist. But sorry, I'll never grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
It's like hang out with Beavis.
Hey, I like it, man.
I have dark hair. I'm Butthead.
He's a penis.
Yeah. Oh shit, no, I'm Beavis. All right. Anyway, skipping school. I endorse.
Got me in trouble.
Yeah.
I love that Layla's just rocking. Where is she? Like downstairs? Like
she's downstairs. Watching? Yeah. She's probably downstairs watching. Does she keep popping in?
She does. She keeps popping in the comments, and
it's hilarious.
How do you see like the comment? Is there like
if you click over on the right? I don't know if you can see them. I'm the one who kind of runs it, but I'm putting them up on the screen.
Oh, there we go.
We have
look down in the bottom corner.
There they are.
Like, see, they pop up like across the bottom.
Yeah, I've seen the ones.
I see some of them. They kind of go so quick.
I know.
Yeah, right.
I know. I like if I'm just trying to give somebody props and show it. Like if it's something that I want everybody to see, I generally leave it up a little longer. There's like hundreds of them to navigate while we're doing this.
Oh, you're good. We had no idea how it worked. We're just but yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'd probably be Butthead. I don't know. Would you be butthead or would I, Phil? You kind of look more like him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got the hair. You're like sexy butthead.
Ooh.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so crazy. Like
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't even see all those questions and stuff, but that's cool. There's a lot of questions that we could answer.
Yeah, everybody loves you, man. Everybody loves Trust Company. You found the right band's weird random podcast to come on. Apparently,
Y'all put this on a podcast, like on Apple.
No, just on
it goes on
YouTube.
YouTube. I've never really done anything with the audio. It goes on YouTube, and then we, unless Steve says something dumb and I have to delete it at the end of the show, the repeats go on Facebook, but I post them on YouTube and stuff. So it's cool. People can kind of go back and watch them. And
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, did you delete last week's?
I don't know. Did I?
I don't know,
Honestly, even when I
did,
delete
yeah.
them, I leave them on YouTube. I probably did.
Right.
I mean, I probably did, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember I left early. I'm thinking like this feels like it's going a funny direction.
We had fun though. I mean, again, I don't really care when it's just like the three of us. Like half the time,
Yeah.
I just delete those anyway because we're just kind of rambling about random nonsense. Like when we have guests on and stuff, I generally try to keep them. And
Oh yeah.
they get 20, 30,000 views when I post them. You know what I mean? Especially when we have a
great. Yeah, that's
guest
good.
on. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's
awesome, man.
Great. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
that's cool. I was saying before, so we had John Wysocki from Stained on a couple weeks ago. We had Simon Says on last week. We had Milo, the new singer from Fear Factory, on a couple months ago. And it's funny, he's like a big Taproot fan, and Steve's like a big influence on him. So he was kind of on talking about that and how much he loved Taproot. And so it's cool. We always find these weird angles. It's either bands who are kind of touring with us or doing stuff with us or kind of running, Elias from Nonpoint was on a couple weeks ago. I guess everything was a couple weeks ago, but maybe it was a couple months ago. It's all a blur. But yeah, the audio, that you're right. That's why I deleted it last week, because the audio was fucked up the whole show. That's why I deleted it last week. Steve was actually pretty good last week. The audio was terrible. That's why I deleted it.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
Well, hey guys, I don't know if you guys can stay on, but I've been up since 5 this morning. I trained at 5 this morning, so
Yeah.
I'm
Go
going to
away,
call it.
man.
But you guys, hey, good talking to you guys, man.
You too, man.
Bill, thank you.
Yeah,
Make sure you
thanks
guys
for
are
having
around.
us. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys can stay on, do whatever. I'm
all
just,
right.
all right.
Dad's
good
going
one.
to bed. Now we're
With
really
you
in
too,
trouble.
man.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
All right, buddy.
take care.
I'm
All
just
right.
getting scared. Fuck this.
Now it's getting good.
Mute me now.
Right. So what are you guys doing next? What's your plan? Just writing and trying to get out a record? And are you going to do some more shows? Are you going to trying to do more stuff? I mean, obviously, Blue Ridge kind of got the taste back in you. I'm sure you got to taste a little bit of blood.
Okay, we practiced for 6 months. We might as well play some more shows. We practiced for so long.
Yeah.
We got did we confirm the show in Florida?
There was a show that we got, or that we tried to get on with, like, to open for Scott Stapp, but like they changed the date.
Yeah.
So, but the last I heard, there was another band.
It's 10 years, so we're supposed to play a show 10
Oh
years.
yeah. 10 years is planned, and we might open up for them, but I'm not sure if we got it or not. But
I don't know if it's been confirmed. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but either way,
I have no idea.
We're
Those,
hoping.
those guys are cool as fuck. They're sweethearts. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We always talk about shit we're not supposed to talk to on here. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
don't
Yeah, I have
it's
no
just a
idea.
show.
Except Alex Gilbert.
I hope it comes true.
It might not. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, the goal is to keep playing.
Yeah, well, you might get kicked off of it now. You never know.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
True.
Jesus, calm down. What the fuck?
Well, it would be, whatever. But we're just going to play some shows, but then also just start talking about writing and just see, what happens, and just see.
Just play
Just
again.
play
Yeah.
play again, play out. See
It's
what
been
happens.
fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep going. Yeah.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's literally fun. That's
There's
the
no
good.
labels or that's saying like you got to do this or this, or like you should write with this person, or it's just like we'll do whatever. Just have fun. Just see what happens. Pretty much.
Hey, you can point at me, but hey, did I ever tell you?
No.
I'm so
No, I did that, but I was joking.
Oh, right.
But dude, look at how crooked I can't figure this camera shit out. My face is so crooked So I always go, oh, that way is the right way with the hat. But I'm always trying to figure out, oh, what's up, dress?
You're like, but you were right. You were pointing at me. You got it.
No, you were great. No, nothing to do with like. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Like,
I know. I know. I'm just saying. Like, I'm so hands off. Like, I'm just like, get your fucking record done and give it to me, and then I'll figure out what to do with it.
That's
you know?
exactly
And
what.
like,
That's exactly what Emmy Lane was like. It was like we just did it, and you were like, okay, cool, and that was it. But no, as far as like not just labels, but like anybody saying you have to do this or else it's not going to do this or this and this and this. It's like
that major label bullshit that you guys, and I'm sure there was a lot of that on Geffen. I love Geffen. I had a great relationship with everybody there and did deals with them and did stuff. But I know it's a very different world. Like all those records, you were probably kind of like, who did the records? Don Gilmore, right?
right.
Yeah.
He was a great fucking producer, but I mean, again, it's still very regimented. Okay, right with this guy, do this. You have to do this, or nobody's gonna. And you don't have any of that now. You can just, people are gonna love whatever you do. Go record a great fucking record. Don't spook yourselves out thinking about it too much. Just go get in a room and jam and write some songs and whatever the fuck you do. People will love because it's trust company. You know,
yeah, back then was fine. Like Geffen was great. Like we had no kids, no family, none of that stuff. So they were like, it was awesome. But like now, it's like I can't be told to go leave for 2 weeks at a time or a week at a time. It's just not going to work. So, we're just going to make it work for us. So,
well, that's what we had to do. I mean, look, that was the first thing we had to figure out was how to make this work for these four guys. And for the last 10 years, I've been working a lot more with, Slaughter and kind of, I worked with a lot of like 80s bands, kind of these 80s legacy bands who were doing the Weekend Warrior thing, and it worked really great. So, I mean, and with us, the first thing we talked, everything was so incremental with Taproot. It wasn't like we dove in like, yeah, we're going to do all this shit. I was like, no, it was one step leading to another step to another nudge to another step. And then we just kept taking baby steps until it was like, holy shit, this is all done. And this path is laid out in front of us. And we're just going to kind of go down it and see where it takes us. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Yeah.
What's so cool, everybody, but yeah, everybody's kind of got day jobs and families and kids, and same thing. We're not, we've turned down, we've got offered a couple of huge fucking tours, like where we would have been out for a month, 2 months, and we said no, because it's just not what this band is now, it's just not what works for us, for any of us,
right?
The band or me,
different day.
Yeah, different now.
No, we're like Deadpool when he like shattered his legs and then he had like baby legs and had to start walking again.
That's it.
Baby
we're walking on the baby legs for sure.
Yeah, we were like, I had to buy a bass amp. I mean, like I had nothing. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta buy stuff now.
We had to buy so much shit. Like we had to buy. Steve hardly had guitars, man. We had to buy so much shit. We were just going back in. Okay, what do you have? What do you don't have? What do we need? Like, we had to buy a ton of shit, man. And we're still like, oh yeah, we need this. Like, we're still figuring out shit we don't have, man.
I paid full price for bass strings for the first time in like 20 years, and I was like, whoa, dude, whoa, you're killing me, bro.
Dude, just fucking stop.
Call like $20-something. They're gonna last like a month or not even.
What do you use?
D'Addario, which I mean, I think I just found out Jason.
Plug him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I played DR and D'Addario, but like Jason was like, oh, I actually have artists like cost, so I could probably get you. I was like, oh, now you tell me, and I bought like $200 worth of bass strings. Yeah.
Well, dude, and so do we. So I mean, feel free to hit me up too. I mean, we have a whole deal through D'Addario for everything. We get a bunch of shit from them. So even if Jason doesn't, we got you.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. I was like, oh man, they're like $20-$30. Like, what am I doing? I need
we just had to buy. We have a Mesa endorsement. We just had to buy Mesa cabinets. We bought them used. We were trying to buy them from Mesa. They didn't even fucking have any because everything's on such backlog. We literally just had to buy 2 412 cabinets, and we ended up just finding somebody to buy them from. Like we tried buying them through Mesa, and we couldn't. And we have a Mesa deal, and they didn't even have any for us to buy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Brandon, if I identified as a good oral giver, I'd give you some, Brandon, but thank you.
Yeah, I had to buy a used Ampeg cab. like just some dude down the road had it. I had to just go get it.
Yeah. It's funny you said you worked with Slaughter.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Jeff Blando, the
Yeah, Jeff's awesome.
Yeah, he did we first got signed to a small label, D-Side Records, a small
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Then Blando and Will Hunt. Do you know Will?
Oh,
Yeah,
I know Will, of course.
They actually produced that record.
That's so
it
funny.
never came out. It's like it kind of, that's the record that got us like all the showcases with Geffen and everything else.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, it never came out? Where is it?
Well, it turned into that first Trust Company record. It's the same album, just
we
different.
Recorded it with Blando and
recording.
Will Hunt, but yeah.
Exactly, but Geffen owns the rights to that, and you own the rights to that. So
yeah. It's a crazy small world though. But yeah,
and I worked with Mark. So Mark Slaughter's last solo record I put out and kind of managed him and kind of was the executive producer on that record. And I love that shit. I mean, that was always kind of my thing, man. I grew up in the 80s and I was into the 80s. And for the last like 10 years, I worked with some of the guys from Megadeth and, was in a band with a couple of them and kind of doing that and whatever. I'm all over the place, man. I was literally singing in a band for 6 years, putting out records. And then I'm like, okay, I'm over that. And Taproot stumbled into my life and I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Sorry.
You know,
one good and bad thing about fucking Slaughter.
Oh, please.
Ready?
Yep.
Growing up, drummer, love.
Amazing.
He had the two kick drums elevated behind him, and it said, Space for Rent."
Yep.
Fucking sweet.
I love that.
When I was playing drums, like the first drummer that played like I naturally did was Herb from Primus.
Oh, wow, okay.
The first time Jared and I went to the Blue Man group, they have one percussionist and one on the live kit.
Right.
And that's Blas from Slaughter.
Not really, because Jared is the drummer of Taproot. So he got to go sit next to Herb on the drum kit. No, he was on the fucking shit, doing the shit with Jeff Tortora and fucking. So he was watching all the guys with the shit, but I was like in the drum kit, which was cool for me. But I wanted to be by Herb. I didn't know who it was at the time, but then I learned it was fucking, Blas.
Yeah.
But he was fucking. So it was the kit, and that's where because we were up in the cages, behind. So I was at least, with Blas, who I love. But so like watching the guys do like the, the marshmallow. But I was watching the guys actually hit the shit. But it was so cool because I wanted to be with her from fucking Primus, but I was a fucking Blas from Slaughter. So
which they're both kind of cool. Like, yes, I'd probably, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. If I had to choose between those two, I don't know, honestly. I like.
Oh no! It was being on the main kit with Blas was fucking dope. If I was stuck in the hey, let's play bongos and jump up with glowy suits and shit, like I would have been like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Being with him on the drum kit and watching, I'm like, holy fucking cow, this is awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in all the 80s hair metal.
Yeah, me too.
You basically were like 90s.
Yeah, I mean, my first tape I ever bought was I did get Appetite for Destruction, but my mom would let me listen to it because that Skulls on it. But now she probably wishes I listened.
Good thing she didn't see the original cover.
Oh, right.
Guns N' Roses?
I don't even know what it was.
I don't know what it is.
So I was toward the late
Robert Williams painting of like a girl who'd been raped by this with this robot standing over him holding all these it's super graphic. That was the original cover of Appetite for Destruction, and then they banned it and changed it to the skulls.
Oh wow!
New album cover design concept. You write that down. No, but I was toward the end of it.
How do I mute you, Tom? Mute. That's me.
Hey,
shit.
You
just
can.
Said,
yeah, I'm talking about an album cover. That's a very well-known album cover and a very famous piece of art. So I'm speaking scientifically, Steve. This is science.
Yeah, Kevin was 80s guy. I was like late 80s, getting into music. Like, I mean, my first music experience was like Guns N' Roses and like Fat Boys. So like Kevin was like way into music before I was ever like really into music. Like Nirvana was like my start of like for real, like wanting to play guitar. So I was like 13 or something. So
Right on. So that's like naked babies in a pool, just kind of like a cover with rape on it, Tom.
yeah, something like that.
I guess so. I guess I didn't make the covers.
Lost profit. Oh shit! Lost profits.
Oh my god, dude! I wasn't expecting that.
Unmute.
Whoa.
Well, he should have.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is that you, Tom? The dogs?
that's my dogs. Yeah.
Okay, dude.
He has the cutest.
I'll let that one go because fuck that guy. But yeah, all right, enough now.
No, he's got the cutest. He's got the cutest little puppies. Yeah. Just like,
Hello, honey. Come down. Apparently, my house is being broken into right now. Oh, is it
my
Cheech?
gosh.
What's up, buddy?
Good night. Glad I did it.
That's okay. I'll be on a second.
Do we got any questions? Should we do a Q&A?
Yeah, do some Q&A.
Yeah.
Let's have some questions. Who's got some questions for
Skid
Trust
Row.
Company?
Oh, Skid Row, the bass player was in y'all's video.
That's Skid Row. Yeah, Skid Row was my band growing up.
No, me too. Skid Row. I love fucking Skid Row, man.
Yeah.
Like literally, my three favorite bands are probably Skid Row, Motley Crue, and it was Megadeth at one point before Megadeth was ruined for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Skid
Yeah.
Row, man. I fucking love Skid Row.
Yeah, that was my like that was the band that made me want to play in a band.
Me
Skid
too.
Row.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, there is nobody still to this day. I don't think there's ever been a band that were just badder motherfuckers in Skid Row, like when Slave to the Grind was out. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, they
Yeah.
were just some bad mother. And they were like cool enough where they were like hanging out with Pantera and like, you know, like everything about them was just so fucking cool, man. And they weren't kind of pussy, like they were heavy, man. They were
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think you're with me, Kev. You probably hate it too. Like, I think that's supposed to say boo, but I hate it.
yeah. Singers you like your voice on tape. I really can't stand listening to my voice. Everyone says this, but like I can't stand listening to my voice talking back. You know,
Yeah. Right.
singing. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes
Having fun with it is cool, but listening back, I'm like, ugh.
yeah.
I think everyone has that about their own voice, but singing's interesting because I don't sing. So like I wonder how that would be if you listen to your own voice. Are you like
I think it
Is it
depends on the take.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
But-
dude, the fucking whole new record, literally, like I could only do 4 days a week or 4 hours, maybe 5 a week because I had the normal job and the family shit. So I'd
Right.
go on my day off. Most of all of the tracking and 85-90% of the vocals are scratches at 5:30 to 8 in the morning.
wow, man.
That's dude, that's crazy.
That's why they're so terrible. But I like
No,
that.
no,
it-
dude.
it
How did
Morning
you
moves.
stuff
do
is
that?
crazy, dude. That whenever we, like you get asked to do like a acoustic radio performance at 8:00 in the morning after you played a show that
Oh,
night.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the worst.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd turn down every acoustic performance ever. But the one cool thing, I don't know why I'm turning in this all into me out of nowhere, but luckily I finished most of the guitars other than like, why did I do solos? Just to be like, Taproot does solos now. Acoustic, just to be a fucking dick. But I finished the guitar shit right before I lost feeling in half of my right arm when my younger daughter, who's 6 now, that's how long it's been going on. The funny bone, it's a nerve, and I had to get that moved from under my elbow to over it, so I can't feel half my hand, but guitars were done. So when I did the bass, I only use 2 fingers. I can't do the fucking Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
So I just do the 2 plucks. So I could do the bass good enough. I mean, I chopped the fuck out of it to make it perfect, but totally chop it. But so I could use these 2 fingers to at least do the bass. So, but yeah, the guitars, the vocals were all at like fucking 5:30, 8 in the morning.
How in the world did you
Dude,
do that?
that's incredible.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
My voice is like really like this in the morning. Like
So can you play guitar now? Can you
Yes.
play guitar now?
That's debatable, but yeah, it just depends on. It depends on me. It Depends on these more. But yeah, no, I trust myself. Like after finishing up the record, most of the record, the last thing I had to do on guitar was the acoustics and the solo, which is great because fucking what did they call it, Tom? They called it Fiery Solos by Taylor.
That's Taylor's solo.
Fiery Solos by Taylor.
Yeah, I tell you, I can't. When these people like, we send them the press release, we send them the shit that says you did record it and wrote the record. But it's like, I don't have the heart to, like, when they write that shit, to be like, Steve played everything on this record. I'm just like, yeah, let's leave it. You know what I mean? But
no, I love it. If they bring it up, I will too.
Yeah.
But like, I love that fucking review. I'm like, sweet, because he said Taylor gave fiery guitar solos. I'm like, sweet, they are not fire, but I did them.
Nice.
So it's like,
that's crazy, man. That's impressive. Wow.
It's like compliment by proxy kind of thing.
Yeah, but so no, like when I was doing the acoustics, that was the first time I like tried playing guitar. I hold my pick with 3 fingers. I can't do just the 2. I have to like.
Yeah.
But I was dropping picks every 2 or 3 strums. I'd drop picks, or they'd start rotating, and I'd be
turning,
drop. So again, edit to holy shit. My acoustic shit edited as fuck, but I played it.
Yeah,
but it was a bummer. So, but like now, like you were asking, I apologize. That was stupid, long story. But like now, I trust my hand.
Right. Okay.
Like,
wow, man.
Like I know I'm not going to drop it because I know it's strong.
Right. No, it's great.
I know we already talked. So somebody asked, how did your Blue Ridge show come to fruition?
Were you seeking to return to playing not only a live show, but a festival?
They reached out to us. Yeah. They reached out to us.
Yeah, we weren't actually. We probably hadn't talked in a minute.
Yeah,
that came up.
We weren't. It wasn't even really on our radar to start playing again. Really, I mean, the conversations happened through the years, but we weren't really talking much. And then we got
you guys. I thought you guys always kind of stayed in touch. Did you guys, when you moved 20 minutes away, was that the end of it?
No.
Anymore?
No. Well, I mean, we didn't see each other a ton.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
more texting than actually. It's hard to hang out with the families.
Yeah, it made it very hard. My wife.
You guys would leave the house and then do like, hey.
Yeah, basically.
And you were so close. You're like, what
are you doing?
Yeah, were you not here? That's exactly what I said earlier. Like I see him work out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he said
it.
I'll be like, yo, what's up, man? My kid's crying. I gotta go in. I gotta feed him spaghetti or whatever. So
I'm just lucky. I'm at the point now where my kids are both like, one's 18, one's almost 17. Like my kids are like adults, so now I can kind of, I've been raising my kids for almost 20 years now. You know what I mean? Now it's like perfect timing because I can kind of put my head back into what I need to do business-wise and not have to worry about raising my kids for the first time in 2 decades. I basically just right after, like around that Amity Lane period, my kids were born, and then I basically after that. So when that label wound down, my Corporate Punishment, ran it's funny because Five Finger Death Punch came to me, wanted me to sign them, like all these huge things. And I said, no, I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit. And I quit for like 5 or 6 years. I had nothing to do with anything. And then I started THC, like the label I have now, like 10 years ago. And I'd sporadically put stuff out. I put out like a record for West Borland for Blacklight Burns. I put out an American Head Charge, their kind of comeback EP. I put out a record for Chuck Mosley from Faith No More. So like I would kind of sporadically put shit out, but it was just sort of inactive on and off for the last. It was just I had a label in case I wanted to do something, and then when the Taproot thing popped up, I'm like, well, shit, all right. So, but yeah, I kind of stepped away from everything for a long time to just sort of raise my kids and not even do any of this shit,
Yeah.
That's basically what happened to all of us. Like, just started raising your families, figuring it out. Work, you got to make money. You're trying to figure out work stuff, and then you're just like, well, it's my life now.
Did you guys work like normal jobs? What did you guys do while you were off? Like, I probably missed this earlier while I was pissing or something. But what did you guys do?
I don't think we talked about it.
No.
Did James go back to?
James went back. James works for Auburn University. That's where he worked before all this happened. He went back, got his job back, and he just recently got his master's. James has like
he's got degrees.
He's got like 3 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the big brain on James.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was like Jared before he found Christ. Mute.
Right. I'm still trying to figure out what that means. Like, so he had degrees, but then he found Christ, and now he doesn't have degrees.
Well, he'd find that funny because when we were on the verge of getting signed, he was a med student about to become like almost a doctor. He was.
I didn't know that.
So, and it's the opposite, kind of like medicine or, and so he talked to his family, and his dad was like, "Dude, this is a once in a life. You can always go back to school and become a doctor. Like, go for it." So he did, and like fucking killed it. And then he got like a really successful job that made money, and then found, and now he's way better off than any of us that didn't find. So
there you go. Maybe you need some Jesus in your life, like Jared.
I have Jared. That's close. That's enough Jesus.
Oh my gosh. You're saved by proxy, my man. You're close enough.
Saved by proxy.
That's the new album title for you.
That's our new side project.
Man.
Anyway, this was so awesome. We should probably wrap it up. It's getting fucking late. It's 11:30 over there. Holy shit.
Are y'all, what time zone are you guys in?
I'm in Central. You guys are all in Eastern, right?
No, we're in
Central.
Oh, are you? Alabama's in Central? I did not know that.
Yeah.
So I must have confused the shit out of you guys with the times because I thought you were in Eastern. But you
I am
at the right time.
Yeah, you are. It's getting late over there. Yeah, we're in Central. It starts Georgia right next to us is where it starts Eastern.
Really? That's so weird. Where is Alabama? I'm trying to think geographically. Like
we're right below Tennessee.
Below Tennessee, right above the Florida and right next to Georgia.
Yeah, and I guess Tennessee's in Central too, so that makes sense. But it's weird because we were in Virginia. That was Eastern. You know what I mean? Like
it kind of shifts. It kind of shifts over that way. Virginia's kind of up to above Georgia.
Yeah, more. My southern
closer to the coast in Maryland.
Yeah,
we're right below Kentucky and Tennessee. It's like Tennessee, Kentucky. I think it's Kentucky, right? Yeah, Tennessee, Kentucky, and so we're in that line.
Oh, so you're straight underneath Tennessee. So
yes, right below it.
Yeah,
right. So
shit, I did not. You learn something new every day. I've been to Alabama and I still don't know where it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are you guys?
I'm in Wisconsin,
Michigan.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Michigan,
yeah.
Yeah, I still live in Wisconsin. Steve's in Ann Arbor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lake. There's a lake on the other one. Are you on the lake too? Are y'all neighbors?
Yeah, we're neighbors. He's over here. I'm right here on the glove, and he's up here.
You're on the wrong side. No, you're on the other side. You're on. That's fucking Canada, buddy.
Well, you're seeing it in reverse. I know what Michigan and Wisconsin look like. I promise.
I know you do. Yeah, no, we're surrounded by 5 lakes. We're the Great Lakes state, and Thom is. What
are the Great Lakes, Steve?
Oh shit! I always forget one, but there's Erie, Huron, Michigan, Sault Ste. Marie, and
no, Sault Ste. Marie is not a Great Lake. Huron,
it is Ontario. No, Ontario, right?
Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and
Superior. That's the one I was thinking of. Mm-hmm. But no, I was gonna say we're the 5 lake state, but Thom is in a very, very beautiful. I don't think he likes where he lives.
Not a fan.
It's really, really pretty in Wisconsin. It's fucking awesome. It's gorgeous.
Wow. It is. I never take it's so funny. My navigation, every time I go to Michigan, it tries to take me over a ferry. So my navigation is literally eternally set to avoid ferries. So every time I put something on my navigation, it says avoiding ferries because I go to Michigan so much. And every time I go to Michigan, it tries to take me over a goddamn ferry.
How do I make I can't mute you. You keep talking about fairies. It's not nice.
Oh, Minnesota too. Yeah.
Sam, now I'm going to mute you.
Now I'm
Stop
muted.
making,
No.
stop making innuendos out. I'm talking about ferries with an E, boats that take you over water with your car.
Fairies with an E.
Hey, whatever you guys do in your off time, man, that's cool.
Hey, you're the one who's gay for Jared Leto. All right, enough.
Pretty.
That's a valid-
Yeah. I was
Yep.
starstruck. I was like, I like your voice.
Minnesota is
I
cool.
was.
We didn't say that Ontario touched Michigan. We were just talking about the Great Lakes that are
There is a
surrounding.
bridge. Dude, I'm a hockey kid. Leave me alone, John.
We don't need
There's
to
a
talk about
bridge.
furries. We don't need to
I'll
talk about
see you in
furries.
Windsor. Let's talk furries. Fuck
Oh, what's
that.
up, Freddie?
I like Lake Geneva. Lake Geneva's nice. And look, there's Layla. Hi, Layla.
Yeah, she's from Minnesota.
Is she really? Where in
She's from
Minnesota?
Minnesota. Oh yeah, don't you know?
Well, I didn't know that. Eh? Where in
yeah.
Minnesota?
Oh,
Is she
boy.
from the Twin Cities or no?
Hockey
She
kid.
is. She's from a little town called Nicollet. Nicollet. Is that how you say it?
I have no idea.
Nicollet? It's probably actually Nicolay.
Yeah. Oh, there
There was a
is.
Blackhawks one. Sorry. Blackhawks. Sorry.
Oh, why don't you come down and why don't you come up and say hi to us, Layla?
She's probably still putting Stevenson to bed.
Oh, jeez.
Or
I just hope my kids are asleep when I
Eric
get home.
B.
Oh,
Eric B.
Mankato. I like Mankato.
Mankato. Okay, she was born in Mankato, grew up in Nicollet. Is that right, Layla? That's right.
Oh, you bet.
I have spent. Let me tell you,
yeah.
I have spent way too much time in Mankato, Minnesota. I've played there like 5 times. Like I love.
Really?
Oh yeah, the radio station there is great. You know, yeah. No, I've spent I like Mankato a lot. There's actually a really great radio station there. I was literally just texting the PD the other day, bugging him about favorite song. You know, there's a great station in Mankato.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where her uncle lives? Or-
Yeah.
That was the coldest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
We get out of the van, and I remember going, "Whoa, this is a whole new level of cold." Like he was like, "Yeah, don't breathe in too deep." You know, if someone tells you not to breathe in too deep, you shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, no, it's
Right.
we get where it gets to that level of cold
like
here
February.
too. It's just not cool. It's
It
like
was,
Not cool.
it was brutal, man. I was like, "Whoa!" I went out to take pictures, and I was like, just the snow, and I remember my gloves had the fingers cut off, so I could like take the picture. And
The fuck is that?
it looks like you're getting arrested. You got red and blue lights just flashing.
That's the TV to give me light on my face, but you're also looking when I point top left. That's probably your left too. Like, dude, look, what the fuck is that?
what are you pointing at?
What? The beer has kicked in.
It has.
Ooh,
This is as the evening progresses, Steve gets more and more drunk, and it's kind of like a game to just see like if we can get done before Steve's like falling over and pissing on himself.
That is 100% true.
And then he goes on Instagram and falls over and pisses on himself.
I don't see what you're seeing.
all
I'm
been
sorry.
there.
I just see lights.
Fair. No, while you were talking, I apologize for cutting you off, but I'm still learning like the left and right shit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But while you were talking, Kevin saw it. I was like, what the fuck is that? And you were like, while you were talking, I went like that. What is that? And you were like, while you were talking. Swear to God. Okay. Anyway, I apologize.
No, you're good.
And now I ruined everything like normal. So yes, I do.
Oh, you're good, dude.
Okay.
Oh, good.
But the first time I did it, when you watch this, why would you ever watch this? Skip to how long are we in? Hour 35.
Ooh.
So go an hour 33 when you watch this back. Just go to hour 33.
Because I'm sure they're going to go and do repeat watches. They'll have all their friends over to watch it again.
Tomorrow.
That. But if you go to an hour 33, my first time where I go, what the fuck is that? You'll see yourself go. I swear to God. I'm also pointing at like, why do you guys have a satanic symbol in your corner? That's what I was pointing at.
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Because I have a satanic symbol in the corner. You got a problem with that?
Is that your logo? Is that
Yeah,
like your personal logo?
Yeah, it's just a rip off of the Motley Crue logo. But yeah, that's been my logo for like 15 years.
No, I was just like, Yeah, God, don't trust company. Fuck them.
That's my satanic logo thing.
Not fuck you guys, but like,
Right.
don't trust company.
Right.
Well, as soon as you said something about getting saved, that popped up. So that did work.
There you go.
a little
See,
bit.
it was
That said
counterbalanced.
that earlier. That's why I was confused. That said that earlier. I'm like, what the fuck? I identify as a singer, a bad one, which is true. You guys had Taproot. Tom's always fucking dope. He's set. But wait, you're at an hour 49. I'm at an hour 30. Did you start early, Tom?
I told
were
you
late,
something
remember?
earlier, yes.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm that late?
Yeah, you like whatever. Not really.
It was like 20 minutes,
Not even.
15.
Yeah.
He told me 9, and then he was like, my time.
Yeah. Yeah, because Phil told me he was running late. And then he wasn't. And it doesn't matter. Me and Phil do the intro and start the show anyway and then introduce everybody else. So it is 9. I tell everybody 9. So
I think we
I don't
kicked
need
on too
I don't
early.
need it starting out as like a clusterfuck with 9 people talking over each other. We start it and then bring all the other people in. That's how it works.
Oh, right on. Well, I was just bummed that the fucking dudes were already here. I'm like so stoked to see them here. This is so cool. Like we barely ever crossed paths. I'm like,
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Now we got to do some shows.
Absolutely. This is fucking sweet. Thank you, Tom, and thank you guys. This is fucking dope.
Yeah.
I know he's cutting me off. We're going to bed. I know. I haven't smoked in almost an hour and 40 minutes. So God bless
Wow,
you
that's
guys.
impressive.
I've peed 3 times, I think.
He's peeing right now, probably. Actually,
Yeah.
Yellow cup.
where you guys were talking about hot bagging before, Steve's like milk jugging.
I like that.
Yeah.
Steve will pee in anything. Like, hide your microphone. Like, don't leave it out around him. Like,
It's only been like 2 or 3 girls, but it's been fun.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
On that note, all right, guys. Steve ruined everything again. So,
Guys,
Yeah.
all right.
don't
well,
mute me.
It was. What did you say? Don't mute me. I did.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I want to be sincere, dudes. It's fucking awesome. Thank you for being here. Swear to
Yeah.
God.
Thanks for having us.
Tom, you know I love you. Tom, you know I love you. Also, we got to figure out the weekend shit, but god damn, guys.
Yeah.
So good to talk to you. You have no clue. Like, I'm dead serious. This is fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And Steve was super sad. He missed when Simon Says was on, so we had to get him on tonight. So I'm like, all right.
No, that's awesome. I appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
And excited about your record. Excited about all the stuff. We're gonna follow along. Want to play some shows. Hopefully we can hook up in the future. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Just play favorite songs so you can fall asleep to it.
Yeah. I'll be dreaming about it again.
It'll knock you out.
Well, dude, we'll all talk soon. We'll make some shit happen in the new year. I've been talking to Alex. We'll figure some shit. Dude, like I said, Rob was texting me before saying we got to do Non-Point, Trust Company, Taproot, and Simon Says. Like, dude, I'm so down with that.
Yeah,
Like,
good, man.
what a cool fucking show would that be?
That'd be
Honestly.
fun. That'd be so
Yeah.
fun. As long as we don't have to play after anybody that's really good.
Well, we just got to hope Simon Says isn't as good as they used to be.
No bullshit. We're gonna book it as a Taproot show, but open.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
I do
dude,
too.
Let's see if there's any more closing comments. I don't know what you're talking about, Lee, but oh yeah. Night, Julius. Alex Gilbert said, "Let's go." See, he's
Oh,
down.
nice, Alex. Cool. Let's do it.
All right, it's on. All right, dude.
All right.
Well, we'll talk soon. Kevin,
Okay.
you got my number. Steve, I love you. I'll
See you
talk
guys
to you
later.
tomorrow.
Likewise.
All right.
Guys, thank you so much.
You bet.
Serious.
Thank you for
you.
having us.
Means a
man.
lot.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You guys spent so much of your time wasting your time with us. I appreciate it.
It
I
was
would do
fun.
this every day. I would do this every
No.
All
day.
right, we'll do this every day. We'll have Taproot Trust Company Wednesday, Taproot Trust Company Thursday. By Friday, it would get real fucking old, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Friday
yeah.
would be
We
old.
can maybe like do 2-3 nights, and then like, all right, enough of this shit.
We'd have to have a topic. We stay at like a topic, and then, but we've already covered so much. It's like,
I know.
I'll
Next
make
time we need
one.
to come up
I'll
with some
make
new
one
shit.
up every day. I'll make one up every day. Trust me, Tom will tell you. I'll make one up every day.
Cool.
Well,
No, we'll have a good time every night.
Look at this dedication. This dude says, I listened every day since I've listened to Trust Company every day since 2003. Holy shit.
Whoa.
That's dedication
wow.
right there. All right,
Yeah.
Ismail. I've listened to Trust Company like 5 times since 2003. Does that count for something?
That's about like me, right?
He probably knows the songs better than I do, or we do.
I know, right? You had to rehearse them. You had to rehearse them for 6 months to play one show.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, what song was that? It was called what? Like, I'm the worst with the names of the songs.
Dude, the fucking Jenko tour, baby. The Jenko.
New
I'm
Gen-
gonna get it sponsored by Jenko and Adidas too.
What's up,
I like
Maggot? Tonight. Sorry, that's
That's our friend.
Tom
Hi,
knows
Jen.
her.
I do.
See you later,
All right,
Freddie.
dude. Well,
All
good night.
See you guys.
Thank
I'm
you,
peeing and
Uncle.
smoking. God bless you guys. Have a good night.
See you,
See
buddy.
y'all. Take care.
Thank you. That's awesome, Tom. That's fucking sweet.
All right. That's fun
Those
shit.
are good kids.